Hi, this is Jana and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making easy chicken Parmesan, one of my husband's favorites, but we have simplified this so much. And so I was just going to show you, I had rearranged my freezer last weekend, and boy did I find I had a lot of chicken tenders to use up. I had bought some in bulk, and so I had to use quite a few of them. And so I thought, well, instead of using the chicken cutlets or thin chicken breast, I was going to go ahead and just use these up. And so I've got chicken tenders that are thawed, and you know there's that pesky little tendon that's in chicken tenders, but the chicken is so tender and delicious. And my daughter showed me this method. You put your fork on both sides of the tendon. In the beginning can be a little bit challenging to start it, and then you put your fork and look, it slides that tendon right out, just like that. We've got some over here. And I'm going to grab it, put my finger around there, and there we go, just like that. Super, super fast and super, super simple, just like that. And then I'm going to switch these around here. And so I've already got one in here. It had split apart, but listen, it's okay. It's going to get more split apart when we eat them. This is just for my family. If I was doing this for guests, I would probably use the chicken cutlets. But we keep it real. We're going to use what we have. Use what's on sale. And look it, you don't want to pound the heck out of it. You can use a wine bottle, the bottom of a wine bottle, something that you've got that's flat. You don't want to smash these. You just want to make them even thickness. Look it, I'm not smacking. And remember, I have granite countertops, so I don't want to hit real hard. I've got a plastic cutting sheet underneath, and I'm just barely doing it. Doesn't take much with these chicken tenders, just to make them the same thickness. And these are great leftover. These are great. If you're not making chicken Parmesan, you can make these for your kids for lunch, for your kids' supper. They love them. You don't have to tell them it's chicken Parmesan. Just tell them it's chicken nuggets or chicken strips. Just like that. I'm going to move this over behind me here. I'm going to come back and use those, but I'm going to set this over here for right now. There's our chicken tenders. Now I'm going to remove my chickeny gloves because I'm going to handle kitchen products. And so we're going to need 2 plates. You don't have to use disposable. We're doing this for the sake of time. I have your choice, whatever you have that's sticky. Do you have some ranch dressing in your refrigerator? Do you have some Italian dressing in your refrigerator? You could probably use honey mustard if you wanted to. Whatever dressing you have, and if you don't have any dressing that you think would suit this, then you can use an egg white. Just beat an egg white. And so I'm going to shake up my salad dressing. I'm going to put it all over my little plate here. Okay. And I'm going to keep that open in case I need some more. And then for this plate, we're going to have panko. You know what panko is. It's Japanese breadcrumbs, like on breaded shrimp. There's all different kinds. I even get some from my food supplier in bulk. Japanese breadcrumbs. But I've got these, and so I'm going to use them. I think this one's partially open. Here we go. And so we're going to take equal amounts of panko and grated Parmesan cheese. Now this is the fine cheese, and that'll work. If all you have is the one with the green lid, that's fine. That'll work. But my preference is the shredded Parmesan. But like I said, it's all Parmesan and it'll all work just fine. So equal amounts of panko to Parmesan. Now I'm going to put on my handy dandy little gloves again. I'm going to get my baking sheet over here. I'm going to move some of this out of my way. Put my gloves on. You don't have to use gloves. I do for the sake of speed and cleaning up my kitchen here. Here come Jack and Bailey. They've been taking a nap with their dad. He's watching a movie. I might put a little bit more. I think I got a little bit more Parmesan there. There. Just mix it up. That's all. How simple is this? Fast, too. And if you buy the chicken cutlets that are already thinned at the store, you don't even have to pound them out. How's that? Okay. Because we're using ranch, it's already got salt and pepper and everything already in it, so you don't have to do that again. And I've got a sheet, a baking sheet with some parchment paper on it. And then I'm just going to mash that on to make it stick. All we need is it to stick to the, we need the ranch to stick like glue. So we're going to take another tender, dip, dip. You can brush it on too, but heck, missed a few spots there. This is perfect for your children to be involved in the kitchen. They would have fun doing this, and boy, does it taste good. How's this for chicken Parmesan? You don't have to dip it in all the egg and the breading and frying them. Oh no, this is super simple, and you're going to see just how simple and how crunchy and how delicious. And you don't want to crowd these on your baking sheet. You just want to give about a ½ inch or so between them. And these are nice and pounded evenly. Look. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And depending upon the thickness of your chicken, they're going to bake about 15 to 25 minutes because I don't know exactly how thin or thick your chicken is. You'll just watch it when it's nice and brown. See, look at that one's falling apart. You can kind of pull it apart if you want to and make some chicken nuggets out of it. We use what we have. We don't waste anything. And there really isn't anything as perfection, right, in the kitchen. We just make it work. And also you'll find on my YouTube channel, you will find a video number 22 with my homemade meat spaghetti sauce. And you could, that'd be perfect to make. And you can make, makes a big batch, and so you can put it in freezer containers and serve this over spaghetti and pour my spaghetti sauce, meat spaghetti sauce over the top. Look at how easy. I did need some more. I've got a clean hand here. I think I'm going to use all that, so it's not going to matter. Because you know I don't cross-contaminate when I'm working with chicken or raw meat at all. Good way to make your family sick real fast. And as you can see, I'm going to need a little bit more panko and cheese. These are pretty good sized tenders. And that's the other thing. One chicken tender. Look how big that is. It takes up that whole dinner size plate. And they're not going to shrink a whole lot when they bake. Just go through, and wherever you touched your hand and any breading comes off, you just go through and add a little bit more. So I'm going to do one more here. I think I can get one more. And I'm going to use all this so I can touch the container. But when it comes to the cheese, I'm going to have to take my glove off. Put my glove back on. Got my spaghetti water behind us, just about to boil. And as I always say in all my videos, when I cook for leftovers. Why go to all that work and not have leftovers? Some families don't eat leftovers, and that's fine. Then you can just cook as much as you need. With this, it's easy to do. There. I've got a couple more here. I'm going to put on another baking sheet, but we'll come back to that after we're off the lens. So now I'm going to move these over. I'm going to wash my hands quick here. Some soap. I always make sure every time to get underneath my nails and rinse that soap off. Now, on the market, there are many, many, many different kinds of Italian herbs. You might just have single herbs. This is just an herb grinder. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's Italian. This one's Italian. There's all kinds of them. And that just makes it simple. If not, you can just use salt and pepper, really. It'll be okay. Anymore, groceries are getting so expensive, you got to just make it work. And so I'm just going to use, you can put oregano, basil on top of here. Like I said, you don't really need any more salt because the ranch dressing has salt in it, and the Parmesan is actually quite salty. And so do as little much as your family likes, or you if you're not cooking for a family. Now, you can drizzle a little bit of olive oil or not. You can put them in the oven and they'll turn out just fine, just the way they are. I'm going to put just a little bit of a streak of butter, just a tiny bit. We don't want these oily. And you're going to see, I'll leave one of them without anything on it, and that way you'll be able to see what they're like without any butter. I'll leave both, well, I'll just do one, the big one on the end there. There we go. In my family, we like pepper, and so I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to put that in the oven. On the center rack, and I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to check that, and we'll be back. This is Jana. Welcome back. And guess what? Our chicken Parmesan is done. And I just wanted to show you. These are the two that we did not butter. Look it. You cannot tell the difference. But I can tell the difference in taste because I like the taste of butter. Because remember, we didn't fry these. All chicken Parmesan is fried, but these are baked. And so I did add just a little tiny bit, maybe a teaspoon on each one of them for flavor. And this is my homemade meat sauce, and that is video number 22. And we've got our pasta already hot and cooked, and we are ready to plate up. But what I was going to say is these just came out of the oven. And how do you know for sure, This is an instant read thermometer. They come in different shapes and sizes. And you want your chicken to be at least 165 to 190. Look at, we're right there. So we are going to plate up. My husband is anxiously awaiting. I think he thinks that his Scottish self is Italian, but we just let him be Italian. We eat a lot of Asian food and a lot of Italian food around here. Look at, that's a little more than a cup of pasta. And we're going to give him 2 chicken tenders because he's had a busy week. And here is my homemade spaghetti sauce with meat. This has Italian sausage and ground beef in it. And I know he's going to want to dip his chicken into the sauce. I am going to put the meat sauce over the top of mine. There is chicken Parmesan. Enjoy. We will see you next time.